Hello. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 174 of Candid Conversations. And we are here live with the MC known as Alphabetical. What's going on,
Hold
King?
on. 174. Congrats on that, man.
Thank you, sir.
Grinding.
Thank you. We're up
I
there.
just
We're
want to
up.
say, I just want to say, everyone in Canada, what's going on? Big Devils fan right here. My bad, but I'm actually a huge hockey fan. So I don't know if you got hockey fans
All
out there
right.
on the stream, but let's go.
All
I'm
right.
ready
All
for the
right.
season.
All right. Yeah, season's coming sooner than a lot of people want. But hey, like I got my hockey helmet retired up in the corner right there
Ah,
above my
nice, nice, nice.
yeah goaltender things are gone. So
Word, yeah. And
how
I
you?
heard the Jamaican accent, Jamaican background.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You
Nice,
know
man.
it.
I love Jamaica. I've
First,
been to Ocho. I've been to
Ocho
Ocho
Rios.
Rios. Yeah, I
Not you
love it
don't hear a
there.
lot of people talk about Ocho. You hear them talk about Montego Bay and Kingston, but Ocho Rios is
Nah,
beautiful out there.
it's chill. It's laid back. Yeah, it's
Yep.
not as wild as the cities. Yeah.
No, no. The cities, like you can get lost in the cities easy, easy.
I had a great experience, man. I actually caught a bunch of flat tires on potholes, and I had this Rastafarian brother help me out, man. He actually like fixed my whole rim and everything was bent. He was there
Okay.
like smoking a doob, just going out to work. I was like, man, people are real nice out here.
Yeah, man. It's a blessed life. As long as you travel with respect, bro. You
Yeah,
travel the whole island. It's when people go down there and try to, like like try to badmind people, and you know what I mean. Like, oh, you
yeah,
live down
yeah.
here, so you have to do what I say because I'm a tourist. You what? You lucky say we'll let you in the
Nah,
those
man.
outskirt island.
Hmm. Yeah, you got to be humble, and I'm half Dominican, so I go to DR a lot. I encounter a lot of Americans that they just don't leave the resort, bro. And it's like you got to leave the resort, man. You got to
Mm,
get entrenched in the culture and the people and the streets. You know?
man, them feared to live. That's all them problem. They're
Yep.
scared to live sometimes because like you never the idea or the ideology is that they leave the resort, the locals will rob them.
Yeah. No,
But
it's a lot of fear. I don't know. It is. It's
it
fear
is fear
based.
mongering, definitely.
Yep.
So,
And
man,
with Americans, I don't know, man. It's just a lot of I feel like a lot of the ignorance in my country could be fixed if people just traveled more. I feel like a lot of the ignorance just comes from people that don't leave their own backyard, unfortunately.
ah,
And even still, even when they do travel, they don't leave the resort. So like there's just further things that we could do to like really get out there and fuck with each other.
okay. Whereabouts are you located?
I'm in Jersey. I'm a
Okay,
proud Jersey boy. I'm living in Edgewater now, but
okay.
I was raised around Hoboken, Jersey City.
All right. Shout out to Jersey. Actually, an artist I work with, Johnny Armani's out there around now. I don't know about.
Right.
Yeah, he's out there right now with the fam and things. I don't know whereabouts in Jersey, but he's taking a
You know,
well-deserved break.
Jersey's got some incredible talent because I think someone told me some executive told me that he's like Jersey MCs always rap with a chip on their shoulder, and it's kind of true. Like we're here in the shadow of New York, in the shadow of Philadelphia. There's a lot of dope MCs from both of those cities, and when people think of New Jersey, I don't think they think of enough MCs. I think they just think of like Redman, and then they start like blanking, and it's like, yo, we actually have a lot of MCs from out here.
Well, put him on game. Let him know
Yeah.
who are you listening to right now. That's a Jersey MC.
You know who I like a lot? All right, let me see. I like this dude named like Vision.
Uh,
Let me see. Let me tell you. Let me get his handle because I want to make sure I get it right. I want to make sure everyone checks him out. Let me get his handle.
okay.
Oh man, where's his
All right,
handle?
we're just trying to figure out some technical difficulties here.
Oh, you're good, bro. Now his name is Vivid MC. So Vivid underscore MC.
Alphabetical.
Yeah, I'm here.
Still with me?
Yeah. Did we lose me? You
Can't hear
lost me?
you, Mike.
Oh, let's see what happened with
Wait,
Mike.
wait.
Oh, my video input. My video input's
Let me
fine.
know in the chat if you
Audio.
hear what's going on.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, let me see.
Hello, fam. DUI in the building. aka Jason
Yo.
Butt.
I see my mic volume going on.
Oh man, let me try to figure this out. Change the captions first. Let you know the Culture Shock Radio is on
My
ZenoCultureshock
inputs
Radio.
there.
The situation here is that the microphone.
Jason said he could hear him. I think he means me.
Perfectly fine. Everybody's hearing you. My speaker
Alright,
just
cool.
died.
Well, I'll try to entertain people. I guess. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? We're in the Alphabetical show.
Gonna charge for a couple seconds. And then it'll turn
we were
on.
just talking about how I'm from New Jersey. That's why I'm repping the Devils. So what's going
And then we'll have a good laugh about this. Yeah. It should be on now. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. I've heard you the whole time.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello? Yo. You hear me on the speaker?
Oh man, if you're hearing this on Zeno.fm, you're hearing the technical difficulties of me trying to get my speaker working.
What's funny is I think the audience hears both of us.
Both of us, they're hearing us talk
Yeah.
over each other. The whole mishmash.
I think it's just you're not hearing me. I hear you.
Oh, I wasn't hearing you at all, bro.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, I
So
saw
we're
you
good.
talking. I'm like, oh man. And then
Alright.
I'm like, we're trained to blame other people. We don't take responsibility up here in North America. So I'm like,
Now you got the right guess, man. I love to hear myself talk, so I can fill up a lot of space with hot air, bro.
all right, cool. That's good. Way to handle it. Oh man, I'm just here working on some merch right now because
Nice.
the big parade's coming up, and I gotta be there for Caravana or the Scotiabank Caribbean Festival because
You know what? I can tell that you're a multifaceted entrepreneur in this game because I'm over here looking for just a podcast interview, and then I hit you up, and you're like, "Oh, you want to do a show in Niagara Falls?" I'm like, "Oh shit! All right."
yeah.
Like, there's a whole lot of things going on over there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
That's
like
great.
I always keep moving. We have for the last season, we achieved, or in the last season, I should say, I believe we achieved celebrity with the Niagara River Lions. Yeah, I'm gonna have to because it's just going off repeatedly, and I'm doing a podcast, so it's kind of interrupting. Um, group chats. Gotta love them.
That Niagara Falls sounds like a dope place though for some shows to be at, like the tourism and the attraction, the being on the border.
It really is because there's a lot of people that come from all over the world just to see the water, and then when they get here, there's so much more to explore.
That's really
So
cool.
much more.
That's a great point. It is true. People from all over the world are coming there.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
great
the honeymoon capital of the world, apparently.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yep.
I've heard that. I've always wondered about bachelor parties. A lot of people go to Vegas. I'll tell you where to go. Where you want to go for a real stag party, go to Cartagena, Colombia. All right? All the brothers out there, I'm telling you, that's the place.
Okay. You heard it here first. Colombia. You want to go where the Colombians are at?
You know what? I think you'll save money going to Colombia compared to Vegas. So Vegas is ridiculous.
Likely, because the Vegas ticket's like $1,500.
Right. And then we're not talking about what you're gonna lose at them tables and all that. So
You know what I mean?
I used to. Vegas is great, but I'm just saying I used to work in boxing, so I used to go to a lot of fights there because I was in the media. So that's how I got to know Vegas really well.
Okay.
And I love that city, and I definitely want to perform there as an artist one day. But it's so funny when you see the difference between the locals and everyone else. You know what I'm saying? The locals have their own attitude, and they just kind of blend in there. And they really don't even. A lot of them don't even go to the strip, bro, at all. You know, unless they work on it. Yeah, never.
It's like
They're never on the strip.
Like Niagara Falls. It's just like Niagara Falls. I mean, we have the Clifton Hill Strip, and a lot of people who live out here are probably tired of going to it. They rejuvenate it every now and again. We'll visit it, but it's just once you've been out here for long enough, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
It's fun.
No,
Don't
I
get me
hear that.
wrong, but I'm just telling you what people are telling me. I go down to the falls like at least a couple times a month.
Dude, I live right across the river from Manhattan. I don't even go there as much as I should. I really don't.
Wow.
I even with open mics, I'm actually trying to keep things very Jersey. So I'm keeping all my open mic appearances here in Jersey. Like I'm
Okay.
just kind I just love my state and I want to be known as that dude that always reps where he's from. So I don't go to Manhattan that much. I really should, but I don't.
You see, you
But,
know what? I can respect that though. I have adopted a similar moniker. It's like if you really want to see me, come find me where I'm at.
yeah,
I've been
yeah,
here
no
from
doubt.
time. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying I'm too good to go to where you are, but like you know what I
And I
mean?
will. Yeah, no, of course. But
I'll go to where you are when there's enough people that want me there, but I know where I'm at is where people want me to be. So you know
and I
what I
think
mean?
any MC starting out, you have to start at the roots of where you are, and like you can't venture out because a lot of these MCs they have these New York dreams, and it's like, man, you're gonna go over there and get lost, and then you're gonna come back here, and everyone's gonna be like, yo, you didn't even rep us, like you didn't even show pride in us,
Yeah.
and I never want to have that type of relationship with my state because I've lived here my whole life practically, and I'm real proud of it. That's why I got into the Devils so hardcore. I'm a season ticket holder. I'm gonna be right there, like basically not too far from the boards, chilling.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's exactly. I'm a season ticket holder
yep,
for Niagara River Lions, bro. You,
yeah.
you got to put it. You
You
got to
get
invest
into it.
in your city.
It's community. It is, yeah. And you know what? And what I like about the Devils is they invested in Newark, like an inner city with that had a lot of issues for so long. The
Yep.
Devils are always doing a lot of programs to help a lot of the youth there. And when I heard that, on top of everything else, the pride of my state, I was like, man, I love this organization, and that's why I hold season tickets, man, for real.
Yep. Yep. Man, I got to shout out Niagara River Lions for all they do for the community. I mean, they listen to community ideas. They put on community events. They have programs for the kids. All kinds of stuff that they do that you know what I mean shows that they're more than just athletes. So
Right.
gotta shout out the
Yeah.
staff company. You know what I mean? They definitely catered to me this year. Sat courtside for like 5 games.
Nice.
Oh yeah, one of them they upgraded my seat on my birthday.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Good. That's the
yeah,
way to
yeah.
do it.
It's a blessed thing. It's a blessed thing. So I was there with my lady. The second last game of the season, my lady and I went there dressed as Batman and Wonder Woman.
Mm.
We got stopped like 25 times to take pictures.
But then you know it's a good costume.
You feel me?
That's how you know. It's just like, all right, the amount of times I got stopped for pictures. Yeah.
Bro, like I'm showing you, and like the hair she has looks like so wonderful. Like she just has the whole motif. It's so like just I'm showing you. So what is the most? Then that's what I'm gonna ask you. What is the most outlandish thing you've done in recent history?
Oh man, outlandish.
Yeah,
Oof.
that
Man,
you care to talk about on air. Don't incriminate yourself.
no, I mean, honestly, I would say is this rap thing. It's the weirdest shit. Like I know that's a cheap answer, but I'm one of those pandemic rappers. Just to give y'all a background, I was out of music for 12 years. I was really just working at life, getting my business together, getting my 9 to 5 together, whatever it might be at the time.
Mhm.
And I made the decision during COVID lockdown, like, you know what? My dream really was to do this, and I never chased it for whatever reason. I think a lot of it was fear at the time of failure, fear of being, I had so much pressure to go to school and get a real career and like all this other things, going on in my life that this is the most outlandish fucking thing I've ever done. I actually and acting because I really put it all on the line. COVID locked down all the acting productions here in New York City. So for me to find an acting job, I had to put myself on a plane to go to LA to shoot short films and like student films and all these different things just to get a reel started. And like that's what I think people forget is like when you try to venture on these artistic pursuits, like you're gonna lose a little bit of your life savings just getting started. You know what I'm saying? Like it is that serious. Like, you have to invest in yourself. And doing music and acting at the same time was kind of like this double-edged sword of fucking my money, but it was so worth it, man. Because like now I see where I am 2 years later, especially now that I'm re-releasing music again. Like it's a beautiful feeling to know that there's some people out there that enjoyed the first shit, and now they're waiting for more.
You,
And
you said something.
that's yeah. Go ahead.
You said something there that I want to touch on, and you can continue your point.
Mm-hmm.
Invest in yourself. Okay, a
Yeah.
lot of people out there don't. They think they're giving money to other people for them to do things for them. No, you're investing in yourself. If you walk through
Yeah.
my door right now, I legit could charge, like I could charge minimum $25 just to walk through my door. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
running, if I'm looking at running like a business, which it does. You know what I mean? Like I can from my main floor to my basement put together a whole production, instrumental, like instrumental graphics, all of that stuff. And it looks like you have a similar setup.
Yeah.
It looks like we need to start having or valuing ourselves better. You know what I mean? And the people who work with us need to see the value in what we're doing.
Definitely.
That's like there's like it kind of stung me a little bit when you said get a real job. It's like, so you're telling me there's an industry of people just faking out there? An entire
Yeah.
industry,
Well. Yeah.
like an entire industry of people just faking, just
I'll be
they're
I'll be real. My background, family wise, is like we are one. I'm one generation removed from straight gangster hustlers. You know what I'm saying? And my father and mother took a different approach to their lives. They decided to get jobs and careers and get themselves out of the hood and gave me a life that thankfully I didn't was very different than my cousins. You know what I'm saying? I'll be real. My cousins that grew up on the south side of Chicago had it rough. They went through a lot of shit. And I'll be hearing these stories back in Jersey while I'm sitting like pretty cushy in my middle class life. Like damn, like. But then there's this pressure also that's generational. It's like, yo, I have to maintain this or I have to elevate this. Otherwise, where are we gonna end up? We're gonna end up back,
yeah.
where we were. Like, so it's something that I felt a pressure to go to college, and I swear to God, I studied music in college. Like I
Same.
was in I was in the chorus like a nerd. I'll be real. All right, I sing tenor.
I was in
I
band.
fucking
I played
yep.
the
I
drums and
fucking
trumpet.
I can read and write music for you if I had to. You know what I'm saying?
One,
Like I have that classical background,
two
but
steps up, three steps down when you play for
yep,
the
yep. Even worse, dude. I did musical theater. Like I did a lot of things that I think a lot of rappers wouldn't admit to. But I
Yeah.
try to keep it real. Like it's just like that's art, man. You love being on stage. You find different ways of doing it.
Since when is being educated respectful?
In the hood, like I tell you, there's a lot of rappers they cover up that part of their lives. There's a lot
I
of rappers that would not admit to going to college, that would not admit they want to make it look like it's all streets behind them. But
fam,
it's like, dude, you worked hard.
don't let my vocabulary fool you. You know what I mean? I've had like I've been in the thick with some man, and like I have to shout out a man who, you know what I mean. I have to shout out a particular man who turned me away from the streets and said, like when I was I remember I was going to record. I was recording a session with them, a bag of them. There must have been like 8, 12 of us there recording,
Mm-hmm.
and then one of them got a call, and there was a move that was being made. For lack of better term, I don't need to explain it to you. You know the flex.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm getting ready to go with them, saving everything on the computer. You know what I mean? Put on my shoes and then I'm the last one up the stairs because I have to close the session file, make sure everything's saved and whatnot. So I get to the door, the man puts his hand on the door. He's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "There's a flex. What do you mean?" It's like, "No, no, 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 no. You need to get back into that basement and finish mixing the music. You're too smart for this shit."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Okay."
And
It makes sense. Like if you're gonna recognize my acumen and acknowledge it, then I can concede
and
to that point.
I think that exists in music. That there's a lot of music and the streets are just intertwined, especially
Yep.
hip hop. So, and there are people that are straight gangsters, and there are people that are citizens, and then there are people that are just kind of both. Like it's a weird dichotomy, but like they're basically their hands in both, and they'll be the first ones to tell you like, yo, that shit is too street for you as an artist. If that's not you, like I remember being young in this game, and let me tell you, I mean everyone knows this. It's not even a secret. There's a lot of hustling and back end dealing in hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's moving packages in all sorts of directions, right?
Hmm.
So you can get with that and you can ride that and live that life and pay a lot of your back end that way. If you don't, it's fucking real difficult, and you it takes a really dedicated, intelligent, business minded person to do it legitimately without that end of it in this hip hop game. Because literally, I'm out here every day competing with cocaine dealers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I don't have that money yet. I don't have that money, so it's like you see, it's either this hip hop game, there's some of that. There's a lot of nepotism as well. I think I want to call that out too. Like I know so many artists that are just they had things handed to them because of who they are, and who they're related to. And I know a lot of artists that never had that, and they're just so talented, and fucking still to this day, like you can see that they aren't as far as they should be because their lanes are blocked by people like that.
Yeah.
And it's just the reality of the music industry.
It's a sad reality that needs to change, but not enough
Mm-hmm.
wheels are squeaking or getting greased. If you
Mm-hmm.
so,
No, not at all. And hip hop has a lot of issues in terms of catching up to modern society. Let's say, because like the way women are treated is still fucked up, and I'm saying it as a rapper who speaks ill of women. In a lot of my songs. Like I'll be real. Like I got a whole song about pimping coming out. Like, but it's just kind of like something that we have to transition as time changes. It's like, all right, let's really balance this song with other positive vibes and messages that put a better light on other people,
even to touch on that, like when you look at how we treat the elders of the game, if you will, like it's
Mm-hmm.
like you look at an Aerosmith or a Kiss or a, you know what I mean? Fuck, Brian Adams, even they have their fan bases that are singing their praises and
Yeah.
exalting them. But like when it comes to hip hop, as soon as you get to like 35, 40, it's like, oh nah, you shouldn't be rapping no more. LL
No, it's exactly
LL Cool J has been rapping as long as I've been living, bro.
exactly. Yeah. You know,
You know what
though
I mean?
some of all my favorite rappers growing up, the ones that aren't dead, are still rapping. Thankfully, like.
Yep.
And I'm 40 years old myself. I'm gonna put myself on blast, but I'm 40 years old, starting out. Like a lot of people that I'll be real with you. I put in thought to the fact that maybe I should come out as one of these masked rappers that doesn't reveal my identity because I was worried about ageism, dude. I was seriously worried about people giving me shit for being this old because I've had some people come up to me and say, hey, you should be writing music for younger rappers and this and that. And I'll be like, dude, if the bag is there, I'll write them a song. I don't give a fuck. That's fine.
Of
I'm a
course.
songwriter. But the I'm still gonna withhold the greatest flame and fire for myself and try to push myself as an artist because fuck it, man. Like when I was a young motherfucker, 20 something years old, I wouldn't have handled it well. I didn't have the backing. I didn't have the maturity. Um, I
Character.
definitely would. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. It wasn't the right time, and timing is everything. It's not
Yeah.
about age. It's just about being in the right place and time for yourself in your life. And I encourage anybody out there, no matter what age you are, do it. Yo, there's some rappers from I think the UK that blew up on TikTok. They're like old men. They're like in their 60s, right? And they blew up on fucking TikTok because they got ill fucking rhymes and they're old ass fucking geezers. And
Because they
people are
got,
like, yo, this.
but at that
Yeah,
point, they got a story to tell because
yep,
they've lived life.
exactly.
What are you talking about at 16 years old? Yo, I got fresh tubes. I'm a fresh dude. Do what I do because I got an attitude. Like, shut up. Sit
Yeah.
down. Go read a book.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you right now. If I was a 22-year-old rapper sitting in this chair talking to you, I would be fronting right now at every turn. I would be fronting about where I'm from, who I am. You know what I'm saying? Trying to look cool. And it's like, I'm at a point, I'm 40 years old. I don't give a fuck, bro. It's like, yeah, like you asked me the most outlandish thing. Like, I don't even live an outlandish life, bro. Like, I'm not at the club and VIP, throwing fucking Cristal on women's asses. Like, this is not me, dude. I'm fucking chilling home with my woman, fucking
Yes,
making music. That's it.
especially in New York and LA. Like the ladies in the background, like, is that something people actually do?
It is. It
Atlanta?
is.
Oh my god! That's like there's so much champagne on booty in Atlanta.
Right. And Atlanta's like an epicenter of hip hop. So, it's just like that's something that it's out there.
But it's like
But no, it's
some of the biggest icons are not living that lifestyle, bro. Like, look at some of the big powerhouses that are married and that are in hip hop right now. They're married.
Yeah.
Jay-Z and Beyonce have a fucking family band. What the hell?
Because a lot of it has been there, done that too. I mean,
Blue
it's
Ivy's
old.
on stage with them, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I brought my daughter on stage with me first, though. It's okay. Only because she was born first, but it's all right. Hey,
no, I just saw Alicia Keys in Chicago. Like, that's a woman that straight up, she has her whole life together. She's married to Swiss Beats. They have a family. Like, those are like real people. You know what I'm saying? Real people.
Like, bro, I have to let you know right now. If you didn't scoop me up the way you did, Swiss Beats would still have a problem with me. No, man, fast shout, because that is and that's a power couple that you don't really hear about in the news. They're doing it smart. It's like, like what you hear about is what people have to really dig and floss for.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, unfortunately, hip hop is this reality show game where, like, the more times you get arrested or in trouble or slap a bitch, like the more your name is trending. Yep. And people chase that, and it's unfortunate because it's like, you know what? If it really just comes down to it, let's just make great music and let the music stand for itself. I mean, that's my mentality towards it.
I hear it loud and clear, bro. Honestly, it's interesting how similar our perspectives are where it comes to this. And like, even as you're listing out some of these things, I mean, like, I am pursuing different aspects of the media, but I'm doing it from like the behind the camera angle kind of thing, more some of the administrative stuff, because there aren't as many outlets out there for genuine talented artists. Yeah, you could put any bubblegum, puppet on, or puppet pumping their puke all over the place. But like, when was the last time you listened to a song and you learned something from it? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going to plug a song that's created by DUI. My verse was recorded by Jax. Someone else is on the track. That's actually the name of the artist, Someone Else. And the song is called Baby. And I want you to go to xrpradio.co and vote /charts and vote for that song, because we need to get to number one. But at the same time, that's a song that's for me, that was one of my favorite songs to make. It was carefree, it was relaxed, it has a message in there, you know what I mean? And it was just well produced. So I don't know why we can't sing about things that people can learn from and still make money. I don't get it. I don't.
Right. And you know what? I've reached a point that I really don't give a fuck, and I'm releasing a song on my next album that is just about how my 2 dogs died and how sad I was. Like, I was actually literally depressed at the time. I was like, I want to write a song tribute about my dogs. And I made one, and like, that's the type of song you might hear in a country music song, but you don't hear it in hip hop. Like, no one writes a song about their dead dog, unless they're referring to a human being, So
let's talk about that for a second. Why are we referring to ourselves as canines? I don't get it. I don't, like, no disrespect.
I think it's the pack mentality. I think that's been pushed on us a lot. Like, this like alpha dog fucking mentality of being
Well,
gangster. I don't know.
apparently, men talking in big groups sound like dogs barking.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not gonna make a comment on what groups of women sound like when they're talking. She said a woman said hands clucking. Okay,
Hey,
I don't even try
that
to
was
make
la-
it like that was me. That was a female who said that. She's one of yours. I mean, I'm keeping her, but still. What? I said I'm keeping you. Oh
no,
man.
you know, I mean, we all have this way of, I think of making hip hop very animalistic, and I think you see that with a lot of the rap battles. It's like
Mm,
it's really almost turned into like this fucking cage match of dude versus dude, almost like these Mandingo battles you see in fucking movies and like from Django. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
It has this like me versus you. I have to destroy you mentality to it that is just so ingrained in hip hop. I don't see it ever leaving.
I used to
I would
work.
love. Go ahead, man.
I used to work for a company called letsbeef.com,
Mm-hmm.
and the formula was effective. It was the rap. It was like before URL and all of those other like battle leagues. It was online battling and stuff like that, and the formula was good. But when I, as an individual, am just saying like intellectual things to show that you can't say things that are intellectual like me, and you're talking about my mother and my sister and my uncle and my nephew, and you know what I mean? It's like, hold on a
Mm-hmm.
second, wait a minute. Like
Mm-hmm.
I could talk about you in a degenerate manner, but I'd rather, fill my place, like I mean, fill myself with positive energies and stuff like that. I had like 3, 4 people literally seeking me out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
because of something I said on a computer.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
it gets real out there, And for a lot of you trolls out there, I'm gonna tell you, trolls, be careful, because I see trolls talking shit about my music. That's fine. You can troll me all you want. I ain't gonna do shit. I don't really care. But you be trolling some gangsters, they will
Mm.
fucking find you, yo. They will find you. Be careful who you trolling in hip hop, because
Speaking of
because
troll,
some of these motherfuckers are real.
speaking of troll time, I had a man try to troll me in a way that like he's lucky he's still alive. And and when I say to you that I fed this man like he was my brother, I treated this man like he was of significance, and
I
now I
think
want
that's
to.
how the deepest trolls are created.
Yep,
Probably
yep.
it's personal.
When they can't do what you do the way you do it, they hate. They hate in a way that can't be satisfied unless
Mm-hmm.
they try to create some complication. So, like more
No,
thought.
every hater and troll out there, unfortunately, is dealing with something within themselves, some type of insecurity that is fucking bothering them. They've had a shitty ass day, or they think of themselves as so lowly that they have to put down other people to get through their own shit.
They're just a
So
fan in denial. That's what I say.
yeah,
A critic is just a
yeah,
fan in denial. If you're going to take the time out of your day to formulate an opinion, good or bad, about what I'm doing, I've done my job. Thank you very much. Sign my check. Sign me a check. You know what I mean? Like I got to the point today where I'm on the phone with V Media, and V Media, I'm telling you right now, if anything goes wrong with my internet before the payment date, we're gonna have a bigger problem than my conversation. Don't worry, that was the light.
mm-hmm.
That was just the light. But no, real talk. I'm on the phone with them, and I'm trying to explain to them. All right, I know more about your business than you want me to know. So let's just do what needs to be done, so I don't have to create a bigger problem for you.
Yeah.
They tried to call my bluff. I was on the phone with the member. Well, up here it's a premier. I think that's equivalent to your senator.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the phone with our premier, and I said to them, "Okay, this is the situation. We're gonna resolve it, or they're gonna have a bigger problem by way of
Yeah.
you going through their entire profit margin and making sure that it's legitimate." I don't. I don't think anybody realizes how much power you have as a consumer.
No. if you even the common citizen, man, we don't wield enough power. We don't.
Use
I don't know. I just feel like
use the power that we
we don't.
have.
No, we don't wield enough power that we have within our grasp.
No,
I think that's true. There's a lot of people that don't. Well, for example, in Canada, I hear that the government there is very good about giving grants to musicians and to the arts and things. A lot better than it seems we have here.
where did you hear that?
You know,
Because I've been applying for grants for years, bro.
Really, man? I don't know. Someone told me that you got to connect with some Canadian artists because a lot of them get great support
Oh yeah.
from the
Oh
government.
yeah.
I'm like,
We
really?
we
I'm like,
like
wow.
right now I'm at the point where I'm getting more more assistance and more attention on some of the key matters, but it's still like, I mean, I am supposed to be, and I'll put this out there and for what it's worth, I'm supposed to be funded for what I'm doing, but they're looking for
Mhm.
loopholes to exclude me from the funding because of the way I'm doing it.
Mm, mm. Yeah, that's the other problem when you're dealing with the government is they're gonna try to bureaucratically fucking find a way to get you
Yeah,
to not get the money.
of course.
You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
They're gonna dangle it in your face, and then they're gonna tell you to go through all these different exits and entrance ways to find it.
That's
So,
yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. But then, I've coined this phrase: you can't say government doesn't work if you don't work the government, right?
yeah, you gotta try. Yeah, you gotta
I've
try.
been on.
You definitely. I mean, just like you can't complain unless you vote. Like I really do feel that way. Like if you don't vote, like you shouldn't really offer an opinion.
Yeah,
I believe in
or
that shit.
or if you're gonna complain about something, put the energy towards the solution.
To do it, yeah. I think a lot of people also don't realize how they have to do that locally. Everyone thinks that they have to blame, oh, let me blame the president for what's going on in my town. It's like, no, you got to blame the city council, bro. They right there. You got to show up to the meeting and bitch at them
Yep.
to their face.
And then let them write them letters, and then go back and follow up on the letters and bitch at them more, and then get together and get
Mm-hmm.
signatures about similar issues, and then bitch at them more. It's like I got, bro. I've cost my property over $4 million. They had to spend about $75,000 redoing my sidewalk in front of my house.
Mm.
I am not the one, and it was not today. Who's that? Oh, brown hair, black hair. Okay. Oh, here's my. Oh,
But that's good that I mean, hopefully you get the support and they finally give it to you because it's good that they do stuff like that. Because I don't think I've never heard of that in the U.S. Like we don't really help our artists to that extent.
yeah,
It's very much like kill and be killed out
we
here.
do have funding programs and stuff like that, but it's usually like it's like a, I don't want to say a sect of people who receive it directly, but it's usually like a similar sect of people who get it. So like you have to know the right
That's
people still, and you know,
unfortunately, yeah. That's the way things work. I mean, hey, that's government for you in a nutshell. Because like I hate to say it, as much as I am the type of person that I want to see more programs to help a lot of the mentally ill and a lot of the drug addicted people that are out there. But I always just caution when you give government so much power, it's like it's like the corruption in humanity is just so innate that they just start helping themselves and their friends.
yep.
And they don't help the people that really need it. Like it's fucked up.
And they make the victims out to be the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
No, I ain't about that life. But we are just past the halfway mark of the show, and this is where I like to flip the script. Now, when I flip the script,
Cool.
I give the guest the opportunity to be the host and say whatever they have to say, or make whatever, or ask whatever questions they may have. So, alphabetical, you have the floor.
Cool, man. Word. Well, I guess I'll start just plugging myself real quick.
Yep.
I have two singles that are out right now that you should check out. One of them is called "Running for the Hills." It was released in June. It's doing very well. I mean, I playlisted it. Sent it out there for playlisting, and it got picked up on a lot of gym motivational playlist, and now everyone's adding it to their little gym workout playlist, and it's just really cool to see that. You know, when you start to see all the additions and everything, it's like, and then you see your own little album artwork on their little picture. It's cool to see. So that song's doing great. My other song that just came out is a weed song, and it's called Joint on Point, and it's a lot of fun, boom bap. It's kind of bringing things back to the roots of my favorite style of hip hop. And then I'm dropping another single on you coming up August 23rd. It's got a little bit of a international appeal to it. It's going to be called La Main de la Mort. It's got a French hook to it. I rap in English and sing in French. It's all about Paris and kind of like basically alphabetical. A lot of my songs, the persona that I have is kind of like this spy that's kind of like a renegade spy who's out there trying to help the poorer nations out there that don't have spies, let's say, and he's kind of going against the rich and powerful nations that control the world. And a lot of my stories have that spy theme to it. They're kind of James Bondy and a lot of fun. So a lot of people get into that. My next album, Triple Agent, has 26 songs on it, A through Z, that a lot of them connect on that theme, and it's a lot of fun. It's gonna almost be like stepping into an action movie, and watching a spy movie for like an hour and a half. So that's on the music. The music is gonna be dope. I'm really happy to be releasing again my debut album, The Lone Wolf. I didn't do enough for it. I didn't put enough marketing out there. I didn't have enough of a plan. I kind of just released it and let it sit there. I wish I did more, but now I'm making up for it. So that this whole approach for Triple Agent is going to be much more of a strategic and well thought out plan. And I hope the release goes well. I really do. So that's me.
All right. So,
I want to get back to our conversation about Canada because I'm just fascinated about just things up there. I've been to Montreal. I've been to Toronto.
yeah.
I've been to Quebec City when I was a child.
All right.
But I have not been around enough of it. I want to get out to the West Coast. I really do. Vancouver looks like a gorgeous city.
It is. I know a couple people out in the Alberta area that I could connect you with. Shout out to Young Craze, Tasso Mafia.
That's
Clean
cool.
Beat from
Well, I'll tell you what. I won't go out there in the wintertime.
never. I would not recommend it. No. Not if you enjoy breathing without your lungs.
No, I'm saying.
Like, no.
Let me tell you. As you can see, half my family's from Chicago. I'm a big Bears fan. Like, I can't deal with those winters. So if you're gonna make things worse for me by putting me into like Calgary and places like, no, I can't. I don't know if I can do
Bro,
it. Maybe if you funnel out some type, those like tunnels from ET where all the scientists were running through when they invaded the house.
Yeah.
If you put like a bunch of those out between the airport and the hotel and the arena, like then I'll do that show. You know what I'm saying?
They actually. I'm not gonna lie.
They have underground cities,
Downtown
right?
Toronto is an underground city for a good.
Right.
I want to say a good 20-kilometer radius, if not longer.
Yeah.
Look up
I remember that.
If you look up the path, the path in Toronto, it goes from Union Station to at least Yonge and Dundas Square, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Yeah. And that could be.
No, I remember walking. I remember walking through it.
Yep.
It's kind of like walking through an airport or a mall. Like it's in a way.
Yep.
But it was cool, and you realize why it's necessary. Like the winters are that rough. So I was thinking, like, I don't know what they got in Alberta, but that they sound like they have it probably the worst out of a lot of Canada. They get it pretty bad.
Yeah, because Vancouver's by the water, so Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba get it the worst.
Yeah. And then you got. I've heard British Columbia's got beautiful weather because they're the jet stream. They're on the right side of the jet stream. And they don't even get it so bad. So that's where you want to be. I think if you're someone like me who has a tropical background.
Yeah.
If you're Jamaican or Puerto Rican, Dominican, you want to be in British Columbia because the weather is a little better.
That's true. When my dad moved up to Ontario, he said he wanted to move to Niagara on the lake or by the airport so he could be close to Jamaica as possible. And I moved back down
Oh
here
man.
like 12 years ago. And I'm telling you, man, between the hiking trails and there's a lot of good people out here. Like, I mean, the politics and corruption still exist. Like, I mean, someone,
Oh, it exists here in New Jersey. Synonymous with that, man. I could tell you 1,000 stories on that topic.
I'm banned from
Continue,
City
man.
Hall.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
man,
yeah.
that's not good.
They say that we're running out of Martins and Malcolms. I said, what about the Davids? I just want to know because, like, I just,
Damn, that's a flex though. That's a flex I wish I had. I'm banned from City
yeah,
Hall. I have to work on my promotion.
yeah,
That sounds like a good promo.
bro, I'm telling you. I went down there on the phone with the office of the premier. I went to the mayor's office on the phone with his boss, basically. And I said, he's not doing what you paid him to do. Either stop paying him or make him do it. So I'm telling everybody right now, and whoever wants to think it's a joke can wait till 2026. But I'm officially, hold on, I can do this. Right now, it's only my company name. But, you know, I'm doing this. You see that? You see this? What's this? That's my name.
I see the
Culture
okay,
shock.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a hat. This is the mayoral campaigning hat. And that's what I did. I put my name in the hat. Put my name in
Oh,
the hat.
so you're trying to reopen City Hall by owning City Hall
Yes.
by running it.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
that's a good plan.
Can't make change unless you
I
make
mean,
change.
yeah, I mean that's kind of the only way you can, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. You know, shit.
And people are going to take.
No, well, good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I wish I could vote. I wish I could vote for you, but you know, I'm out of the voting record.
Yeah, it's all good. Prayer works too, brother. Prayer works too. Oh man.
No, man,
But
that'd be a great story,
and
bro.
then hold on, and also, wait, let me put this up here because you know it's necessary. Let me put that right there. All right, boom. And also, donations will be accepted but are not expected and can be forwarded to sharetheshock@gmail.com. That's how we do.
No, definitely.
That's how we do. You know
Definitely,
what I
man.
mean? Because
It's important to support people that are doing what you're doing, and I appreciate what you're doing. You know, it gives people like me a platform that I wouldn't normally have. So, you know, I'm really just starting out. I'll be really. If you go to my IG, it looks like I have all these followers. Like a lot of them is bullshit. Like it's not, the following isn't that deep. I'm really starting out, and I appreciate it, man.
well,
Thank you so
to
much.
get to 1 million, you got to start at one either way, bro. So I'm glad to be the one of the ones you started with. Straight up.
No, definitely, man.
Like a
Yeah,
lot of people want to climb the tree, but few people want to plant the seed and water it. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah.
so you know, drink up.
No, but this stuff is fun. I like these conversations. I think COVID like kind of got me into this, like connecting with people through video chat and just like, you know, talking like this. It's fun,
Yeah,
yo. This podcast shit is fun. All you rappers out there, if you haven't done them yet, just ask around and try to get on one because like you need the practice.
yeah, yeah. It
You know?
helps.
Yeah. Like these are interviews you might have one day on big radio stations, and you need to practice the whole way on the journey.
Speaking of big radio stations, for those of you listening live right now, thank you very much. For those of you listening live right now and you want to tell people about this to listen later, they can either listen on youtube.com/ expose the north 8741, or you could listen later on zeno.fm/ CULCHASHOCKRADIO Culture Shock Radio, that is a part of the Village Global Network, reaching 132 plus countries globally, servicing them with content that is monitored by Online Radio Box and brought to you by Restream.io, as well as Expose the North and Culture Shock. I had to do my due
Yes.
diligence there. All right, so
No, that's you got to do the plugs and the commercials,
see it.
man. You know, every radio station.
8 a.m. on Saturdays where you can catch the replay of the Terrell Effect, and 8 a.m. on Wednesday is where you can catch the replay of Candid Conversations. Me and the Boys Wrestling is on Saturdays at 10 a.m. on Culture Shock Radio. So please like, subscribe, and share the links. Hit the notify bell. Uh, yeah, do the things. Do the things. As James would
Do
say,
it.
do the things.
And let me tell you, for me myself, I'm real easy to find. Alphabetical. I don't spell it funny. Like it's just spelled the way it is. And there's actually a rock band out there with the same name, but that's the only other thing you're gonna run into. So you can find me on any streaming service that you use, and find me. Hit me up on Instagram, Alphabetical MC. That's just M, the letters M and C after alphabetical.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to connecting with everybody. This is a lot of fun. Thank
Yeah,
you.
man. So
Oh, and by the way, I got a lot of songs, so just go listen. There's like 28 songs available now, 27 more on the way in 2 months.
okay.
Get on it.
Well, how about we revisit you in 2 months on the Terrell Effect, which is the show where we play the latest from the soon to be greatest that's likely to change someone's status or playlist.
I would love that because that's when my new album will be available, and there's a lot of great songs on it that I'm looking to push out to Canada and beyond.
Well,
So thank you.
we'll do an album release party or an album release, a listening party, if you will, an online listening.
I would love that. I would love to do listening parties, album release parties. I mean, I don't know because I live such a low key life. That doesn't sound like me, but maybe one day.
A listening party sounds like something on your alley. So,
Listening party, I'm always down for it. That sounds like a good
all
time.
right,
For sure.
all right, that sounds good. So, before we go, is there anyone you want to shout out?
You know what? Yeah, I want to shout out some of the producers that I've worked with the music. That some of them are just phenomenal. A lot of people come up to me and ask me like, "Where do you get these beats and shit?" And it's like, it's I try to tap into with work with a lot of producers because I don't want to have the same sound. I dropped 26 song projects on my album, so it's important. And I have a good network, and I'm really proud of all of them. One of them is who's produced both of my albums is Milton Bradley from Bass Squad. He's based out of Denver. He's originally from Houston, but he's one of the most talented people I've ever met in hip hop. Not just as someone who makes beats, but also as an MC. Like he can rap, sing. Phenomenal artist. Definitely look him up on Spotify as well. Also, Speedy Baby. These two are my main producers. Speedy Baby's spectacular. He's from Jersey, Puerto Rican young kid that's just like on the ups. Like he's also rapping now. He's doing his Kanye thing now, and his every time I see a song from him, I'm actually really amazed at the quality of everything he does. So, and he's just multifaceted dude. He does artwork. He does all these different things. He's just a great plug. You want to connect with him? Look up Speedy Baby. And besides that, I got a few other a few other producers that I work with that unfortunately I don't have a good relationship with one of them, but I'm gonna shout him out anyway because I use his music so much, and that's Acid Crack Beats. Him and I kind of had a falling out, but I still give him all credit, and I still split my royalties, all the way with him because he's a talented dude, and I still respect
You know
him.
what?
So
That's a very noble thing you just did there, because a lot of people would come, like, you know what I mean, if they were to bring something like that up, might not do it as respectfully as you did. So I appreciate the character with which you conduct yourself.
Oh, thank you, man. No, that's important. I don't want to burn any bridges, and it was just, I think it was a miscommunication. The dude's from Russia, and we had a really poor communication. So I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll reconcile.
Language barriers, man, they can create issues.
Definitely.
And like miscommunication is the father of turmoil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, man, maybe just try to, if I may offer some direction, like maybe try to Google Translate an email to him and let him know how your stance on it, because you clearly have respect for the man still. So, and if he doesn't want to sell, then he doesn't want to reconcile.
I'll be real. I have respect for anyone in this game, even if you're an asshole. Like it's all good, like because you work hard and you have passion about your music. So like I respect you even if I don't like your music. But it was just a thing where we had a transaction. I was expecting to have exclusive rights. I spent a lot of money, and at the last minute, he tried to pull the rug out from under me and try to act like I was leasing, and that shit just really upset me. Like I've never encountered that before.
Okay.
But it just felt kind of scamish, and that's where the falling out is. He has tried to reach out to me. I'm the type of person that once you do something like that to me, I don't fuck with you anymore. But I will still speak semi respectfully because he has talent. I'll give him that.
Yeah, yeah. Talent doesn't always come with character though. So,
It doesn't. It doesn't.
so you know, for what it's worth, I understand your circumstance. Oh man,
you know, the hip hop's rough, yo. Like you're gonna run into these issues. That let me tell you, my Instagram, I don't communicate with people that give me cold DMs on Instagram because I find that they're all scamming, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unbelievable the amount of people that try to scam artists, independent artists that are starting out. People just know that we're desperate to be heard, and they really think that I have a good education in music business, but a lot of people don't, so they're just susceptible to it, unfortunately.
yep.
So people just be careful where you put your money and who you talk to out there.
Please.
Yep.
Oh, what up, Gabriel? Finally TV. Make sure you check that out. Also part of the Village Global Network. We make the network here at the Village Global Network, and it's such a supportive group of individuals. I mean, there's so many of us. I don't even know all of the names yet. We got like 2, 3 group chats that I'm in, just you know what I mean, circulating just to get all the information about the current events and the latest things. We have a wicked plan, a marketing plan that will allow you to hit at least, oh my God, I want to say we have 25 shows. So at least 20 of the 25 shows.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean,
That's a whole tour and a half.
yeah, it's a whole circuit. Like we are a circuit
Yep.
right now. And like a lot of the people have their time booked up, but like their future dates. I mean, I myself, just as an example of what I offer recording services, production. I offer production services. I can't even just say recording services. I offer a full suite of production, audio and video production services. I also have a magazine. So between the magazine and the podcast and the production suite, there's not a lot I can't really do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like because a lot of the things you said I can relate to so far, you're probably in a similar situation or circumstance. So, I mean, more power to you for getting yourself in a position that's advantageous and making sure you secured what you require to continue to aspire.
Yeah, I mean, for just everyone out there, when you're starting out, realize the basics. Like you have to sign up for Performing Rights Society. Get on there and sign up for BMI ASCAP, or I'm sure in
So
Canada
can,
there's something
so can.
there specific. Yep, exactly. I couldn't remember, but that's right. So make sure you're getting on that and you really do everything you can to copyright your music and trademark your name. Like do everything you can to protect yourself, man,
Mm-hmm.
because this whole game it's dog eat dog out there, and if you don't look out for yourself, like people are gonna take advantage of you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's true. And it's sad because you have people like me that, I mean, literally, like I said, bro, with all that I do, I shouldn't be taking less than $125 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of stuff at a much lower rate just because I know people aren't always in a position to afford that ticket.
And that's what a lot of people in the streets need. It's the unfortunate part of it, but this whole dream that everyone's chasing. The reason why I don't care too much about me personally getting fame and fortune is because I'm pretty happy with my life right now. But I think of all the artists who are just coming from straight poverty,
Mm-hmm.
and this is where all of their hopes and dreams are right now, is on this crazy dream of trying to make it in this game. Um, whatever help that people can give, please give. Like for real, it goes a long way to help these people that are really trying to make a name for themselves. So for all the young artists that you might know in your neighborhood, cash app them, PayPal them, do something to help them out to get them started. yeah, I think what you're doing is a great thing, man. It's a great
Thank
example,
you.
and I think people will remember that as on your legacy. You know that you're making this game. Like that's what I want people to think about me too. When my shit is done, like I want people to say, "Hey, he opened a lot of doors. He helped a
Hmm.
lot of people."
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's all I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Get people's voices heard and make sure that their message isn't lost in translation.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
all right. Well, you know what I mean. It's about that time. Uh,
Thank you,
no
man.
problem. No problem. It's been a pleasure. Woo! And I look
No,
forward
it's a
to
lot.
working with you again. Like I said, stay in touch and posted of
Yeah,
when your album comes out. You know, we got your feature for this month's magazine, so look out for Alphabetical to be featured in the Culture Shock magazine this month. And yeah,
yep.
man, we're gonna do what it do, baby. Yeah, Culture Shock Radio.
Man, all them shows, yo. Let me know. I'll be there. 25 shows. Let me
All
know.
right, all right. I'll hold you to that. I will hold you to that. And maybe we'll do like a show for like because these are showcases, but maybe we'll just build a show around you.
Duh, let me tell you, performing is my favorite thing. It's the best part of this game. I'm not one of those guys that spits on my own rhymes. I will show up with instrumentals. I will do it the way it's supposed to be done.
Ah,
So let's do
all right, all right. Speaking of which, I gotta practice some of my tracks because I will be performing on August 19th, 2023
it.
at Camp Cataract, 4317 Queen Street, Niagara Falls, Ontario. Be there as Exposing the North presents Niagara Falls and beyond. We're going to be living it up, lining it up, and doing it big. Camp Cataract once again. Shout out to Rafik Gurgis for hooking me up with the connection. Wasn't for Rafik Gurgis, I wouldn't be at Camp Cataract. So I'm hoping that the people who would know that would, show the man some decency. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Anyways, as the time goes, this is episode 174 of Candid Conversations. We have been speaking to Alphabetical, and just like that, it's time to go. Bless up. We out. Stay focused on moving forward.
Yo, peace. Thank you.
No problem.